Hello everyone, welcome to another video from EGIS Associates. So today we're going to be unboxing a new monitor. When I built my new Ryzen system and was setting it up, I had another large monitor and I was laying it down to rehook the cables on it and ended up cracking the screen somehow. I don't know how it happened. I thought I was careful, apparently not as careful as I thought I was being. Anyway, that was a Samsung 49-inch CHG90 curved monitor. It was a wonderful monitor. Really enjoyed having it. Was very sad when it cracked because I bought it on sale for around $700, and it's now, you still can't find it for anything under $800 generally now. So missed it so much I had to go get a new one. Micro Center didn't have the 49-inch version of the Samsung monitor like I had before, but they had this one. It's a 43-inch curved monitor. It does 32 by 10 ratio screen. Let's see what other thing. It's a CJ89, but anyway, like I said, 32 by 10 ratio. It does picture by picture, picture in picture, so it has a built-in KVM, so you can switch between more than one computer. So I can actually run my laptop as well as the Ryzen off this one if I want to. So I can do that, as well as for the keyboard and mouse. So it'll do that. Gets up to 120 hertz refresh rate on it. So pretty high on that end. It does have a USB Type-C port on it and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get to open it and see what's actually in the box here, now that we know a little bit about the specs. So open this up, cut through the tape. My wife may not like me using her kitchen knives to do this with, but we won't tell her. Hopefully she won't watch the video. She probably won't because she's not a tech person. So first off, very heavy duty box we're dealing with here. Open it up. Okay, so the flaps actually have instructions on how to use the monitor, where the control buttons are. It's actually a control stick, like a little joystick that turns it on and off, gets menu access on it. And then over here are the unpacking instructions for the monitor and setting it up. So okay, so we'll start here, our accessory box. Pull it out. Oh, need that knife back. Hi, Lucky. That's my puppy. Okay, so in the accessory box, here, we'll move this out of the way. So, power cable, that will come in handy. We have a USB 3C cable. We have a bracket for mounting to something or another. Looks like for some sort of wall mounting or something of that nature. Looks like is a display port, no, HDMI port, and Type 3C to Type 3C. So HDMI, Type 3Cs, and power cables in there. What other things are in here? You got paper. So we have our warranty lists, our regulatory compliance, and then safety tips. And then our quick setup guide here. So we have English, French, Spanish, Portuguese languages for those that are interested. Again, the basic setup for this. Now, because it's such a heavy monitor, according to the instructions here, you actually put the stand on all that in the box and then use the stand to actually lift the monitor out of the box with that. So that's what we will be doing. And I'll back up. So the 49-inch Samsung I had was the same way. So let's see what components that we have in here. So we have the base for the stand, all taped up and wrapped up nice and pretty. Okay. And stand tips, or instruction tips, I should say. I lost the phone protecting it. So there is our base. Little plastic on the ends to protect it, keep it from getting mashed up. I'll take this. Got a trash bag over here. We'll start throwing this stuff in the trash. Right down there. Okay, so there's the base. Set it there. Let's see what we got next here. Each one of these does have little part numbers on it. And we have some round shield guard, not sure exactly what that is. Some cable management clip in there. Lucky, quit scratching on the carpet. Gotta love it. Lucky's a miniature schnauzer for anybody that wants to know. I'll post a picture or add a picture to the video somewhere here so you can see what Lucky looks like. He's a little bit down. We had to sadly put down his brother, Xander, who was a half Beagle, half Basenji, because of cancer this week. So it's been kind of a sad day at the house, but he's been kind of lost. He doesn't know what to do without his brother around. They were buddies since they were puppies for the most part. Actually, Lucky originally belonged to a neighbor of ours who had a couple of bigger Labrador type dogs that were older in age, and Xander kept literally climbing our fence to go and get next door to go visit Lucky. And because they actually had a doggy door in their garage that he could go in. He'd end up in their house, and we didn't condone that behavior, but what can you do? Anyway, he did that so much that to see Lucky, I mean, they play together that finally they just said, hey, would you like to have Lucky? You know, we have these bigger dogs, and Lucky and Xander really get along, and so here, have Lucky. So we got Lucky. Have now had him for I don't know. He's 13, so probably 10 years now, and greatest thing that ever happened. I love the little fella. He's a wonderful, sweet little dog. You'll never find another dog as sweet as Lucky is. Well, in my mind, of course. I'm sure you think your dog is just as sweet. So, okay, so I'm sorry, I was talking, didn't tell you what this is. So this is the main support for this monitor. And I know you can't see it, but this is all metal, right? So this is metal underneath here with a nice strong finish on it. And this is got a plastic back. So it's got a channel back here for running your cables out. It's also got a little, if I can figure out how to open it. Anyway, why is that not? There we go. Little place to hang your headphones on there if you want to. But this very hefty thing, this thing feels like it weighs, maybe 2 or 3 pounds, possibly more than that. So very heavy for holding up the monitor there. And this is going to be the shield that goes on the back where the ports and stuff are. Fairly certain. Yep. So this goes on the back of the monitor and hides the ports for cable management and things of that nature. So just set that down. Okay, next we pull out the styrofoam. So from a packaging perspective, this thing's packed in here pretty darn tight. And I don't think it would take a lot to make something happen to this. So let me get the... Okay, I'm trying to get it. Should be able to put that on there now. So give me a second. I'm going to move the camera up and take a shot so you can see what it looks like in the box. And then we'll worry about getting it out. So give me a second to get the camera over here, take that shot, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here you can see this is the monitor actually laying in the box. Where the big valley area is, it's the location with all the ports are. You can see them back over there in that corner there, and then the power connection goes there, and then there's where the stand connects in there. So kind of see how it looks here in the box, very tight in there, so it looks like it would survive shipping pretty well. So hopefully now we'll go ahead and connect the stand and get it out and take a look at it. Okay, so now we're back. We can go ahead and get this connected up. I'm going to grab my handy dandy little instructions here and make sure I connect this thing up properly. Okay, so I'll get this thing here. And it has 4 screws which are used to connect. So I need to see. I forgot to grab a screwdriver. See if I have one around here somewhere. Didn't see one. Hold on. I'm going to have to go get a screwdriver and be right back. Okay. Back. Got the screwdriver. So we've got 4 screws. I don't know if you can see them on here that I'm going to have to take out and then screw into there. Hopefully these should be able to just push up and then screw in. So what we want to do is get this. There's actually a tab on the top of that bracket that you seat into the monitor, which should hopefully align the screws. There we go. And we start screwing them in. Make sure these are in fairly tight. I don't need the big expensive monitor coming down on me. Which, by the way, this monitor also runs around $700 to $800. At least it did at Micro Center, where I got it from. So you might be able to find it cheaper elsewhere. But there we go. So we got that on. Next is to connect our base here, and there are 2 screws in the bottom, and then there's 2 pegs on the bar here that go in to align everything. And you don't really need a screwdriver to do these. They have the little, I don't know, almost like key wind up little handle or tab thing on them to do, so you don't necessarily have to have a screwdriver to tighten the screws from the base to the stand part here. But I'm going to use the screwdriver anyway to make sure that we have good tight connections in there. Okay, so there we go. We now have all that connected. Let's see. I'm going to adjust my mic a little bit. We can get this thing out of the box now. Oh, there we go. Okay, guys, I can tell you right now, this probably should have been done as a two-person job. There we go. Okay, so let's put this big box out of the way. My recycling people are going to love me. Okay, so I'll take the protective wrap off now. Sure how that goes. Come on. Didn't know it took a rocket scientist to get protective wrap off. Okay. So here is the big monitor. Said these panels, so this panel goes on the back to hide where the ports go. This actually goes where the bracket was, and you can see it's slotted, so I can still put it on. As far as adjustability, it has a height adjustment. It can swing left or right, and some up and down. See that? So pretty good amount of adjustment in there to make it where you want it, to get it to fit. So you got some plenty of room on those kind of things. So what I'll do now, we got it unboxed, you can see it. Once I get it all hooked up on my system, I'll run some games and some video stuff on it and capture that so you can see the quality of the picture that's on there. As far as the actual ports that are on here, I know you can't see me now because I'm hiding back here, but let's see. I hate being blind. What happens when you get old? So HDMI in, DisplayPort in, USB in, let's see here. Yep, Type C, it looks like several Type C USB ports, 2 standard USB 2 ports, and 1 USB 3. And then we have, looks like headphone sound jacks in there as well. I'll post the full specs of the monitor also in the description, as well as a link to Micro Center and Amazon if you're interested in purchasing it. I fully expect that this will be as good, if not better, than the other Samsung I had that I killed. So, okay, so I've gone ahead and I've opened up one of my favorite games. This is World of Warships, and here we see the, I think, Clemson class American 4-stack destroyer that originally built in World War I. A bunch of these were sent over to Britain as part of the Lend-Lease program, and many of these served in the Asiatic fleet at the start of the war for the U.S. So anyway, you can kind of hopefully get some idea of the resolution. I'm not sure how well this is going to translate because of the aspect ratio of this monitor. So when we go into YouTube, how this is going to work out. So here's the Mikasa. This is a Japanese pre-World War I battleship. Fought in the Japanese-Russo War and was the flagship of the Japanese admiral whose name I suddenly can't remember right now. But anyway, so she's actually still a museum ship there, I think in the Yokosuka, Japan area. Here we have another famous ship. This is the USS Missouri. This is obviously an Iowa-class battleship. I say obviously. It's obvious to me because I'm a history buff. But the real claim to fame for this ship is this is where the Japanese signed the surrender ending World War II. So you can see right, oops, if I can get it zoomed in, right there's the table where they signed the surrender documents there on the deck. Missouri is also a museum ship in Pearl Harbor, so you can still visit her today. And her last action was Desert Shield, Desert Storm in 1990-91, and she was decommissioned, I believe, in 93. So anyway, you get kind of the idea of what it looks like. I'm also going to go start Arc Pro here. And you can see how the monitor does with handling GIS software. So let's go ahead and minimize that. We'll focus on this and open the Arc Pro software. I'll even expand it all the way out. So we're loading in a 3D scene, fairly realistic looking 3D scene. So you can see how the monitor's handling that. Does a really good job, I think, of rendering it and displaying it. On the back end powering this thing is a Nvidia RTX 2060 Founders Edition. So it's the one directly from Nvidia, not from one of the other manufacturers that they sell chipsets to. So it's directly from Nvidia. So you can kind of see how it's handling. It's really handling those changes well. So I over zoom myself out to somewhere, I'm not sure. Anyway, probably making you all a little seasick with that, but you get the idea. And so you can kind of see what the settings are for this. I'll go into NVIDIA control panel. And you can see my resolution for the monitor is set to 3840 by 1200 at 120 hertz refresh rate, so pretty high there. And I'm letting NVIDIA set the color settings for that, handling that instead of using the default one. So letting the video card control the monitor to get the best picture. You also, as I have another monitor, I'm running two, the Samsung that we just unboxed, as well as an Acer KG27U. So plenty of screen real estate for me. Really enjoy that. So there you go. You've kind of seen it in action, and we'll go back to the rest of it. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed the video. You've got to see the unboxing of this big monitor, seeing it in action a little bit. If you do like what we're doing, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. If you really like what we're doing and like to see more and help us improve equipment and all those kind of things, please make sure to become a patron of our channel. I'll include a link to our Patreon site down below in the description, as well as I'll flash the address on the video here, probably down at the bottom there somewhere. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next video.